The U.S. state of Hawaii is a chain of volcanic islands located in the Pacific Ocean and is roughly 2,000 miles southwest of the mainland. It is the only U.S. state located outside the North American continent, and is only one of two states that were once their own sovereign nation. Hawaii was first colonized by Polynesian settlers nearly 2,000 years ago. The first Westerner to visit the islands was British explorer James Cook in 1778. Hawaii remained a sovereign nation until 1893, when a group of European and American businessmen plotted to overthrow the government. This led to the islands being annexed by the United States in 1898. Hawaii officially became a U.S. state on August 21, 1959, becoming the 50th and last state to join the Union. In 1993, the U.S. government formally apologized for its role in the overthrow of the Hawaiian government in 1893. With a warm tropical climate, beautiful white sand beaches, and crystal clear waters, Hawaii has become an extremely popular tourist and vacation destination. The state of Hawaii is also home to some of the most terrifying and haunted places in the world. In today's episode, we will examine the mysterious island of Hawaii. Kaipipa Gulch is on the island of Oahu and is located in the highland region of Waipio. In the 1400s, this was the site of countless battles between the warriors of Oahu and the invading forces from the islands of Maui and the Big Island of Hawaii. Residents in the area have reported seeing lights moving down the mountainside into the gulch. These are the Night Marchers, the spirits of ancient warriors preparing for battle. A bridge now spans the ravine, and several deadly head-on collisions have occurred there. Witnesses have often heard the sounds of people crying coming from under the bridge. Morgan's Corner is a hairpin S-turn located on Nu'uanu Pali Road. It was named after Dr. James Morgan, whose house was located along the S-curve. In 1948, 68-year-old widow Therese Wilder, who lived across the road from Dr. Morgan, was murdered by two escaped convicts. She was beaten, bound and gagged, and left to die in her bed. It is said that on dark, quiet nights, Therese Wilder can be heard screaming for her life. Not far from Therese Wilder's house stands an old banyan tree located at the trailhead of Judd Memorial Trail. Late one evening, a young couple parked their car under the tree. When it came time for them to leave, their car would not start. The young man went for help while the young girl waited in the car. The boyfriend was gone for quite some time, and the young girl fell asleep in the car. A short time later, the wind had picked up and the girl was awakened by the branches of the tree scraping against the roof of the car. The boyfriend still had not returned, so the girl fell back asleep. In the morning, the girl awoke to see dozens of policemen around the car. They escorted her from the car and told her not to look back. She asked about her boyfriend, but they did not answer. She looked back, and to her horror, there was her boyfriend, hanging upside down from the tree with his abdomen sliced open and his fingertips touching the roof of the car. It was not branches she heard scraping against the roof of the car. It was her boyfriend's fingernails. Built in 1838 by Governor John Adams Kuakini, this grand structure was constructed from coral and lava rock. The Hulihi Palace was used as a vacation home for Hawaiian royalty. Today, the palace serves as a museum and is managed by the Daughters of Hawaii. Staff and visitors alike have reported sightings of a ghostly figure of a young boy roaming the property. It is not known for sure who the young boy is, but it is speculated that he is the spirit of a boy who once lived on the property. Staff have often reported seeing orbs of light floating throughout the house, and reports of children's laughter can often be heard. The I'ao Theater is located on the island of Maui in the city of Wailuku. Built in 1928, this Spanish mission-style building was both a vaudeville stage and a movie theater. The theater is now home to a local community theater group, and many of the group's members have reported mysterious occurrences throughout the building. Lights would flicker and sound equipment would malfunction for no apparent reason. Strange glowing orbs of light can sometimes be seen darting about the darkened theater. Unexplained voices could be heard, and a ghostly mist has been seen roaming the backstage area. This is said to be the ghost of Emma, a flapper from the 1920s who has decided to make the I'ao Theater her home. On December 7, 1941, the Imperial Japanese Navy launched a surprise air attack on the U.S. Pacific Fleet, headquartered at Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. The Japanese were successful in sinking 4 battleships, 3 cruisers, and 3 destroyers, killing over 2,400 American sailors. The greatest single loss of life came when the battleship USS Arizona exploded and sank, killing 1,177 men. Constructed in 1962, the USS Arizona Memorial was built directly on the hull of the sunken battleship. Many visitors have reported seeing the ghostly apparition of sailors walking on the deck of the submerged ship. To this day, nearly 70 years after she sank, small amounts of fuel oil still leaks out from the hull of the USS Arizona. In 2011, an Australian tourist snapped this photo of an oil slick from the USS Arizona, forming what appears to be the image of a ghostly face. The Night Marchers are the ghostly spirits of ancient Hawaiian warriors on their way to the battlefield. The warriors have been seen carrying torches as they chanted while marching to the beat of tribal drums. They have been reported seen in various areas of the islands, in forested areas, along hillsides, in valleys, along beaches, and in the lava fields. The Night Marchers are said to float several inches off the ground as they march, However, on several occasions, mysterious footprints have been discovered. It is said that if you ever encountered the night marchers, you must lie face down on the ground and never lift your head to look at them, because if you do, the night marchers will kill you on the spot. Winding through Oahu's beautiful Ko'oalu Mountains, connecting the city of Honolulu to the windward coast, the Pali Highway is said to be one of the most haunted roads in the world. According to Hawaiian legend, the volcano goddess Pele was married to demigod Kamapua'a, a half-man, half-pig. The couple went through a nasty breakup and vowed never to see each other again. It is said that you must not take pork over the Pali Highway because you are symbolically bringing the spirit of Kamapua'a from one side of the island to the other. If you attempt to bring pork on your journey, your vehicle will break down along the way and an old woman will appear along with her dog. To continue on your journey, you must feed the pork to the dog. The Pali Road will take you past Pali Lookout Point. This is the site of a major battle in King Kamehameha's campaign to unify the warring tribes. Hundreds of warriors were pushed off the lookout and fell to their deaths. It is said that the terrifying night marchers can be seen along this stretch of Pali Highway. The islands of Hawaii are a beautiful tropical paradise and is steeped in culture and tradition. Hawaii is an amazing place to visit. However, if you choose to live there, remember this: you must first learn to coexist with the numerous spirits that call the islands their home. This concludes today's episode of the Paranormal Report. If you enjoyed watching, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. Mahalo and aloha.